Hey, so I just wanted to pop on here and talk to any woman who is feeling like low self confidence, low self esteem, or just kind of struggles to know how to like stand in her power. And I thought of like three things that I do all the time to help me get back into the place of feeling confident and sure of myself. And the first thing that I'm going to share with you is your posture. So I spent most of my life very like hunched over. My shoulders were bent forward. My posture just wasn't very good. And I had learned to pull my shoulders down and back and like open up my chest and begin to slowly but surely like shift who I was in my body, first on a physical level. And I had to do it when I was weight training. I had taught CrossFit, and we always had to pull our chest open and down and back. And I remember just how painful it was because I was so used to being pulled forward. But with time, I created like this sense of confidence because I was walking through the world with confidence. And to me, your shoulders are down and back, your heart is open, you are open. And not to let in things that you don't want, but so that you feel strong and sure of who you are. And so I was thinking about like one of the smallest shifts you can make is your posture. And there's so many studies about posture. There's some cool TED Talks about things like the Superman pose and what's the other ones? Just certain in the business world, certain postures are really evident in business owners and like the way they hold themselves. So start with something simple, like every time you're driving, pulling your shoulders down and back. And the next time before you walk into a party or a room or an event, shoulders down and back, and just see how that feels. It's so different. And then the second thing that I always do to build my confidence is before I get dressed, I ask myself, what would the goddess wear? And this question for me roots in what would the powerful woman wear? What would the most feminine, beautiful part of myself wear today if I was totally confident? And as soon as the question comes up, my energy changes and I'm like, oh, well, she would wear. And I go through my closet, and some days it's like, oh, all black, because I'm feeling kind of like that dark side of me, and I really want to just like be blending in, but also still just like, I don't know, in my leggings or whatever. And then other days it's like I want to wear a low cut top because I want to show off my beautiful chest with lots of jewelry and all my bracelets. And other times it's like a big chunky sweater and jeans or whatnot, right? So that's a really fun way to get dressed in the morning. And if you don't resonate with the word goddess, like what would a powerful woman wear today? What would a queen wear today? What would the best version of myself wear today? Because usually we're thinking about like, how can I impress others? What's going to make me look cute or good? But stem from the place of like, what makes me feel powerful? What makes me feel beautiful? What makes me feel like a goddess? And then the last one I've already done a video on YouTube about, and that is the self-body massage. I found for a lot of years when I'd look in the mirror, I'd look at my flaws, things on my face that I really hated, and in the last probably like 4 to 6 months, I've finally started to be able to like look into my own eyes. Like that's the first thing I look at when I look in the mirror, as opposed to finding the things that I hate. And so part of developing that connection to myself was through that self-massage, through when I'm in the shower, being so gentle with myself, and as I lather up my soap, just talking to my body, thank you for carrying me today. Thank you for, carrying my babies. Thank you for being so bold and beautiful. Thank you for dressing in a way that made me feel really good. And just by giving yourself that care, you'll start to care more about you as a whole than you'll care about your flaws. Then you'll care about your lumpy legs and your jiggly arms. So you'll start to really value who you are, and then begin to be able to like look into your own eyes and see how wonderful and beautiful you are, and it makes it so much easier to go out in the world with confidence. And so those were my 3 thoughts on ways that I have built my self-confidence and always a work in progress. There are so many times where I'm not feeling confident in myself, or something's going on and I'm just caught up in a story in my head that I'm not good enough. But when I'm there, if I remember to pull my shoulders back, like what would the goddess do? Those kinds of things really help me shift my perspective and choose to be powerful, confident, and just loving myself, you know? So anyways, I hope that was helpful for anyone who might be suffering with self-worth. So I hope you have a good day, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.